I am Mira of the Pleiadean High Council. As we observe your evolution from the Earth Council, we witness new energies flooding your planet, shifting timelines, and encouraging lightworkers and starseeds to fully embody their cosmic potential. We come forth to share insights into timeline shifts and quantum jumping, an area of knowledge crucial to your ascension process. Let our words serve as a guiding torch, illuminating the road ahead as you align with the highest timeline for yourself and for Earth. For countless generations, you have been taught to regard time as a strict linear progression from past to present to future, with no deviation or variation allowed. In truth, time is far more nuanced, both scientifically, through quantum theory, and spiritually, through higher dimensional perspectives. From our viewpoint, time appears not as a one-way arrow, but as a multidimensional tapestry, weaving many possible realities in each moment. Every choice, every intention, radiates outward, creating numerous potential futures, what you often call timelines. Many of your visionary scientists, such as those exploring quantum mechanics, have glimpsed that the universe supports multiple possible outcomes simultaneously. Some interpret this as parallel worlds that branch at every decision point. While this might sound theoretical, consider that, energetically, each soul's vibration determines which branch or timeline it experiences. We see countless Earth timelines layered together. Some timelines drift into chaos or destruction. Others blossom into peace and unity. Each is real at a certain frequency. In your personal life, you can shift from a discordant track to a harmonious one by transforming your consciousness. Thus, time is not a fixed corridor. It is a living potential open to navigation through your inner state. You exist as individuals with your own unique timelines, yet also as part of a collective human tapestry. This interplay can be perplexing. You may wonder, can I personally ascend to a joyful future if the collective remains mired in negativity? In cosmic law, yes, you do have significant autonomy to shape your personal reality. Each human is like a node of consciousness projecting a distinct frequency, which magnetizes experiences matching that frequency. However, your planet also holds a collective timeline, influenced by the overall vibration of humanity. When enough souls awaken, adopt compassion, and hold visions of a bright future, this synergy can pull Earth's trajectory upward, away from calamity, and toward a timeline of collective ascension. From our vantage, Earth stands at a fork. One corridor leads to continued strife, division, and fear. Another leads to an ascension timeline, unveiling an era of heightened empathy, global cooperation, and interstellar contact. Whether that ascended path fully manifests depends on critical mass. As more awakened souls gather in unity, you tip the balance in favor of the higher reality. This is the essence of co-creation. Your inner shifts have ripple effects that reshape the collective future. You may see present chaos, political upheavals, environmental challenges, but understand these upheavals are catalysts prompting you to choose love over fear. Each time you anchor peace, you nudge Earth's collective timeline in a positive direction. We often speak of quantum jumps, moments when your consciousness leaps from one timeline to another almost seamlessly. This can manifest as a series of synchronicities, abrupt life changes, or transformations in your relationships. You might find that, after an epiphany or healing experience, your external reality seems to improve dramatically. Viewed spiritually, you effectively jump to a higher timeline that was always available, but not previously matched by your vibration. How can you ensure alignment with the ascension timeline? The key lies in conscious choice and emotional mastery. When you maintain a high frequency, rooted in love, gratitude, generosity, and a sense of oneness with life, you vibrate at the level of the ascended future. By living those qualities now, you attune to a timeline that mirrors them in your outer experience. In essence, your timeline is not chosen by external events, but by the resonance of your inner state. Let your mind, heart, and actions reflect the higher reality you wish to dwell in. Whenever fear or negativity surfaces, see it as an invitation to reaffirm your true alignment. Such deliberate pivoting can be enough to break away from an unfavorable potential and latch onto one that resonates with your soul's higher blueprint. Some on Earth discover techniques to facilitate quantum jumps, meditations on parallel realities, journaling exercises to rewrite personal scripts, or setting intentional leaps at the turn of a new moon. Whether you do formal rituals or simply feel your way through positivity, know that your conscious intention to shift is powerful. We in the High Council encourage you to see these quantum leaps as natural soul abilities, not esoteric illusions. After all, in the ultimate sense, time is flexible, and the future is just a frequency waiting to be activated by your choice. Throughout the last few decades, your intelligence agencies have run remote viewing programs to spy at a distance, occasionally even glimpsing future events. While your mainstream might label these findings inconclusive or experimental, from our perspective, they point to a universal truth. The human mind, when focused, can transcend the boundaries of linear time. Some remote viewers have reported seeing probable future outcomes, then returning to the present with that knowledge, effectively altering their timeline. Indeed, your declassified files from what you are familiar to be called Project Stargate or Grill Flame reveal that remote viewing methods occasionally captured glimpses of potential futures, though overshadowed by the unpredictability of free will. In spiritual circles, many adapt these remote viewing concepts into meditative practices. One sets an intention to view personal or collective futures. After quieting the rational mind, you might receive symbolic images or feelings about what is likely in store. This does not guarantee that future is locked. Instead, it offers insight into your current momentum. If the images are negative, you can choose differently, thus shifting to a gentler timeline. Conversely, if you see a glorious outcome, say, a peaceful earth with advanced spiritual culture, embrace it wholeheartedly to further magnetize that scenario into being. Our advice is to remain flexible. Recognize that you are exploring probabilities, not a singular fate. Many of you are familiar with certain covert operations, like what you call the Montauk Project or Project Looking Glass, that allegedly harness technology to peer into or alter future timelines. While we cannot discuss soon-to-be-released revelations on your world in too much detail, we can say that governments and secret groups have indeed experimented with the nature of time, sometimes stumbling upon advanced processes they hardly comprehend. In the cosmic sense, such attempts to forcibly manipulate timelines often backfire, unless aligned with the collective's chosen frequency. Earth's ascension is ultimately guided by a higher spiritual law that cannot be permanently derailed by a few who would shape events to their advantage. Indeed, many starseeds and light-bearers have come to counterbalance potential timeline distortions, ensuring the planet remains on track toward ultimate liberation. Recent years show a surge in time travel narratives in popular media, from your Hollywood films to streaming series. Some interpret this as subconscious or deliberate conditioning to prepare the public for revelations about temporal experiments. Others see it as a reflection of humanity's emerging sense of being not strictly bound by linear time. The truth is that illusions about time's rigidity are dissolving, and cultural imagination is responding with storylines about rewriting the past or exploring the future. We, the Pleiadians, encourage you to see these tales as signposts of an evolving collective psyche, one that is inching toward acceptance of a more fluid temporal reality. If we truly exist in a cosmic continuum, then the past, present, and future can be molded by the hands of consciousness. No single group can hijack Earth's timeline if the masses awaken to their own co-creative power. Perhaps the most thrilling prospect of ascension is transcending linear time altogether. In higher densities, such as the realm from which we speak, time is experienced as all now. We can observe your Earth timelines from that vantage, scanning them as easily as one might flip through pages in a book. Thus, we stand ready to guide and support you, sending impulses into your present that can help direct you toward favorable outcomes. Many of you channel these impulses as sudden intuition or divine synchronicities. As Earth's vibration escalates, humans increasingly report time slips, where hours vanish or stretch in odd ways, or where reality seems to jump. Synchronous events accelerate, bridging improbable coincidences. Your sense of past fades as you embrace each moment in fullness. Your future feels closer as creative manifestations happen faster. This marks the transitional state from 3D time to a higher timeline experience. We see that in coming years, more humans will adopt an expanded perspective, where they consider past, present, and future as flexible. They will realize that, for example, trauma from the past can be healed by channeling love from the present, literally rewriting personal history at the soul level. They will also realize they can shape future outcomes by embodying them emotionally today. A hallmark of this shift is non-attachment to a single linear story. Freed from fear-based illusions of running out of time, you can relax into a trusting flow, guided by your higher self. The 5D Earth that many speak of is one where time is not a prison, but a playful dimension. Indeed, in the reality we know, advanced societies weave time like an artist with paint, traveling or folding moments as needed for exploration. As you inch closer to that, your daily life gains fluidity, spontaneity, and magical ease. Resist the pull of anxiety about deadlines or regrets about past mistakes. See them instead as illusions dissolving in the eternal now. The more you live from that vantage, the more you prepare yourself for the cosmic communities that have awaited your graduation from linear limitations. We in the High Council, alongside other benevolent star nations and ascended masters, provide watchful support as you navigate these quantum timeline shifts. Some of you sense our presence in dream states, meditations, or intuitive nudges steering you away from harmful probabilities. We do not override your free will. You are the sovereign creators of your earthly experience. But we do offer frequencies of love and wisdom that you may integrate to refine your choices. Our vantage outside linear time allows us to see multiple probable Earth outcomes and identify which roads lead to peaceful global transformation. From that vantage, we coax you gently. Raise your vibration. Choose unity, forgiveness, harmony. Watch your Earth timeline improve. Many starseeds among you volunteered from Pleiadian or other cosmic lineages to incarnate here precisely to anchor these timeline improvements. By living as examples of kindness, empathy, creativity, and spiritual insight, you anchor the ascension timeline in your local environment. Even if you feel small or powerless in a chaotic world, know that your energetic signature is potent. It might be the deciding factor that helps your community avoid a dire timeline. The subtle realms amplify your positivity, weaving it into the collective field. Heal fear, anger, resentment. These weigh down your frequency and tether you to lower timelines. Tools like breathwork, journaling, Reiki, or heart-based meditation can help you lighten your energetic load. Each morning or during meditation, envision your personal ascended future, healthy relationships, fulfilling service, spiritual growth, and feel it as real now. Affirm that you embrace the timeline reflecting this vision. Over time, this consistent focus magnetizes that reality. We can indeed confirm that the Golden Age timeline has been anchored for enough starseeds who are choosing the love light frequency, and this has been a very recent development in your last week or two. A culmination of planetary events and lunar cycles and clearing of all karmic blocked energy has secured this future for many of you. While this may not be news to all of you, there are some who have been questioning whether they have indeed anchored themselves on the ascension timeline, and the one way to know this is by how much your thoughts, words, and actions are aligned with the higher frequencies. You can ascertain this by doing daily reflections on your day. Write down a list before you go to bed of all the thoughts or the words or the actions that you have performed during that particular day, and how aligned they were with the higher dimensions. Do not be critical or judgmental of yourself, and if you didn't do very well that day, it is absolutely fine. Just do better the next day. You will be amazed how quickly you can shift onto a higher fifth-dimensional timeline. It does not take more than a few moments to anchor yourself on a new timeline, and thus you can see up until now how fickle and challenging it has been to fully determine what timeline humanity is on, due to free will and changing decisions daily. Collective synergy is exponential. Even small groups can tip the scales if they unify around love-based outcomes. This is a potent method to shift global timelines from crisis to resolution. Pay attention to synchronicities, dream messages, or flashes of foresight. If you see a negative probable outcome, do not succumb to fear. Shift your emotion, choose love, visualize the alternative. If a higher self nudge says, "Go left instead of right," trust that whisper. Timely listening can be the difference between entanglement in an old loop or stepping onto a new timeline. Live from the eternal now and practice presence more at this time, dear starseeds. Remind yourself that you can rewrite or heal your past or choose a better future in each moment, simply by changing how you hold your energy now. Approach life as though each step is an intersection of infinite possible roads. The dimension of miracles opens when you stop letting your past define you, or your future intimidate you. Dearest ones, our message is this: time is not your jailer. You are cosmic beings capable of selecting the highest ascension path. Though your world appears in flux, that flux is the gateway to freedom, an opportunity to transcend the illusions of linear cause and effect and become quantum masters in your own right. Remote viewing, timeline jumping, deep spiritual practice. These are tools that reveal your natural power. The future is not set in stone. It is a living ocean of potentials. By aligning with love, compassion, and unity consciousness, you sail your personal vessel toward Earth's ascension timeline, guiding others in your wake. Yes, there are timelines of strife, but we also see ever-growing threads of peace and cooperation. The ascension path is secure if enough of you unify around it. Each day you refine your vibration, choose optimism over despair, and anchor your soul gifts to assist humanity. You effectively transmute entire swaths of potential adversity. The synergy of awakened hearts is unstoppable. Already, cosmic watchers celebrate that your planet has chosen to ascend, and the timeline is locking in, though the final tapestry depends on your ongoing participation. We greet you with abiding love, for your perseverance in the face of illusions stirs our admiration. Remember always that you are time weavers and dream shapers. This is not poetic fancy, but the spiritual quantum truth. Your consciousness orchestrates the music of your life and your world. Embrace your role wholeheartedly. Let your every thought and feeling champion the timeline of ascension. As you do, you shall see the evidence unfold: synchronicities, spontaneous leaps, breakthroughs in personal and collective issues. We from the Pleiadean High Council are ready to stand by your side, offering subtle transmissions and support at every step. When you question your path, listen inward. Your heart is a portal to infinite timelines, each waiting for your alignment. In that stillness, choose love, choose trust. By so doing, you harmonize with Earth's ascension, stepping into a luminous future where linear constraints yield to boundless exploration, and humanity evolves as a galactic civilization. Let it be known that your journey does not end here. This is but the opening flourish of a new cosmic chapter for Earth. Thank you for daring to expand beyond old definitions of reality. Through your will and grace, the ascension timeline beckons, and your presence upon it ensures that the world shall witness miracles yet unimagined. May your quantum leaps be guided by the purest love, and your hearts shine with the radiance of 1,000 suns. We love you endlessly, and cannot wait to celebrate your joyous arrival in the new consciousness we have all envisioned for so long. With infinite gratitude and love, I am Mira of the Pleiadean High Council.